Good afternoon. People who touch our lives. I've been reflecting on this, and two people, or actually three people, have touched my life in a way that gave me a kind of a hope for the future and a memory that carries me along. The first one was our local bishop, Dr. Keogh. When I was a young teenager, I used to go to his Sunday morning mass when he was in town. And I liked going to him, and other teenagers did too. At that time, he was old. He had white hair, kind of like me now. But to me, he was ancient. But his homilies were short and to the point. And I always remember one of his homilies, at least one line from it, that struck me powerfully. It was Paul writing to the people of Corinth. By the grace of God, I am what I am. It's a powerful phrase. I am what I am by the grace of God. Because Paul had been a persecutor of Christians, and he was touched on the road to Emmaus, and he turned back his way of life, turned to Christ. And after that, he couldn't do enough to bring the message of Christ to the world. And he saw himself as someone who came late on the scene, but was blessed, because I am what I am, told about his life. God changed him. That memory stays with me. A second memory is when I was in my late teens. I spent a year in London on my own in a small, one-room apartment, and I worked for London Transport. I was a bus conductor. There was a guy on the double-decker red buses. I sold the tickets, and I enjoyed my year there because you met all kinds of people. But one memory that strikes me very powerful is two of the men that I worked with. They knew, of course, that I was Irish. So I opened my mouth, I'm Irish. And they say to me on Friday, "Hey, Paddy," because every Irish guy was called Paddy. "Paddy, don't forget to go to church on Sunday." Now, these guys, I don't think went to any church anywhere, but it just remind me, you go to church. And it did help. Because when you're on your own, like that in a city like London, it's very difficult to focus. And to me, it reminded me all the time, go to church. And I did, funny enough. I used to go to church every Sunday, and different churches, when they're suited at the moment, the Catholic churches. And these two memories stay very strongly with me. And I guess along the way, they were signposts to me of my inner journey, that whatever I was doing, no matter how important it was, there was something else equally important, and that was my call in Christ. As a teenager, my call in Christ, not so much to the priesthood, but just to be a follower, just to do my best to follow the way I was called. Later on, the call to priesthood came, but now it was. But these two memories stay with me up to the present moment, and I thank God for these men who touched my lives. Of course, on top of that, my parents touched my life in the most powerful fashion by the example they gave me of good Christian living. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.